That's now where the confusion comes in. It's not about knowing what you want to do. It's about, I think, more to do with family. And, once you get a family, it becomes very difficult to make hasty decisions. You see, the thing with children, they're not like adults. They don't fake diseases. They don't fake illnesses. So when a child comes to you, it's either they're vomiting or they're not vomiting. It's either they're having loose episodes, loose motions, or they're not having it. One day I was really upset. At the time I was using Facebook.
We still use Facebook, it's just that it's outdated. Okay,
It's outdated.
People who are in Facebook, please don't come for me. I'm just stating.
Yeah, the obvious.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw a post saying, if you don't like somewhere, move. You're not a tree, right? I went to the dean's office and I told him, I'm not comfortable where I'm at. I need to go to a different group. So I was taken to a different group with fully Indians. And that's where my Indian language comes in.
Hello guys, and welcome to another beautiful conversation. And I realized I made a mistake because I have been starting the episode without introducing who I am. Guys, my name is Aisha. I am an author, a poet, and so much more. But for today, I am a host. If you'd like to know more about me, please, my page is Aisha 66. Go there, you'll know more. Anyway, but for today, we are back with another episode of beautiful health conversations and amazing knowledge tips and so much more that we learn from doctors who have studied in Kenya and abroad. And today, we're doing a part 2. Tell me of what? You guys, niwaambie. We're doing a part 2 of, we had 2 lovely gentlemen come and talk to us about medicine abroad, one from Ukraine and one from Russia. And today we said, you know what, we need more, and we were able to get one doctor back for another episode. And with your lovely questions and your lovely conversations, we were able to draft questions, like literally for our audience. We sat down and said, you know what, we're putting you on a hot seat. So guys, I'm gonna let our beautiful human being on the other side introduce himself. Drum roll please.
Okay, so I think I'm not new here. And this is the second episode I'm shooting. I was camera shy the first episode. My name's Dr. Abdullahi Okash. A medical doctor currently practicing in Kenya, who studied in Ukraine. Unfortunately, my friend is not around today. So we decided, you know what, why not do part 2? And Aisha has a few questions for me. And yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, of course, we're gonna jump in right into it. You know, we're not gonna break the ice or anything of that sort, not gonna. But before that, you know me, I have to bully them. So we're gonna get to know Dr. Okash and ask him what is his fun fact and what does he like about himself today.
So you're going to put me on the spot like
yes,
that?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah. One fun fact about me, I think I shared it last time.
You can't repeat it. You have to find another one.
Another one?
Yes.
Okay. I love learning about new languages. I don't think I've shared that one before. As much as I like learning about other people's traditions and stuff, I think with languages, it's easy for me. There's a time I went to India and I don't know. I don't know where I got my Indian language from. I think it was somewhere back in my brain and it came to surface.
Okay.
I was able to get around India with the
amazing.
Indian language. My Arabic, I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Obviously Ukrainian, Swahili, English, Somali. Yeah. And I'm planning to learn more.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, yeah.
So now we get to know, what do you like about yourself, sir?
Okay. what I like about myself.
I know every time we ask a gentleman that, he has to pause and think, oh my God, what do I like about myself? Now, I want you to pause and think about it.
I don't know. I think the fact that I am reliable, like you can rely on me on anything.
Okay.
If I'm able to do that thing, I will do it.
Okay.
If I'm not able to, I'll tell you, heads up, like I won't be able to do that.
Okay.
So I think I am reliable for those people who think I'm not.
For those people who think he's not, please comment below and tell us why you think he's not. Anyway, we're going to jump right into the questions. And the first one would be, how do you hope your experience in Ukraine would inspire or influence others to pursue medical studies abroad?
I think first of all, when you study high school in Kenya, once you are done with high school, there's no a lot of mentoring. People do lack mentors. It's so hard to get someone who can mentor you, and I think it would be best if we had maybe some career day or where we get a few doctors, engineers, lawyers and all that, and then we go to a school, especially when it's towards their KCSE exams, and then you mentor them, you tell them on, because once they see that you are the same as them, it's easier for them. Like, I can be a neurosurgeon, right? Yeah, because Abdi there is a neurosurgeon, or Clifford there is a neurosurgeon. So I think that is what most people lack, and I'm hoping my journey and the stories I've shared, someone can be able to be like, okay, Dr. Abdullahi has done his medical school in Ukraine, and he's currently practicing. So it's something that is doable, definitely doable.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, brings me to the next question. Now that you've said about career days in high school and having to go to actually schools while you have graduated as a doctor, just to tell the kids or to motivate them that it can be done as well. Have you done it? Because I feel like one of the most affected sectors in Kenya would be Northeastern. I'm not overlooking any other parts of Kenya. Please do not come for me in the comments. I am just saying in regards to KCSE and with who I am and where I come from, Northeastern being, where we originated from. Do you think that it's something that you can do? You can,
I've actually done it.
Okay.
A few years ago. It was exactly, I think, after uni, after I've done my internship. I went to a school in it's called Don Bosco, Don Bosco High School. So I went there with a friend of mine who also studied in Ukraine. And at the time, there were a lot of students who were about to sit for their KCSE exams. We did do talks, like we just talked to them about our experiences in Ukraine. We did manage to get some students who have actually gone there, studied, and are almost done with their medical school, or maybe finished, because it was a while back. I think it was more or less 5-6 years ago. Unfortunately, the video is there on YouTube, but what they did is they muted our voices, and they had a sheet playing on the
so
background.
No one can listen to what you said.
No one can go to that link and, listen to whatever I've shared. Yeah. But the good thing is the ones who were present that day took some, insight from that.
Okay, would you be interested to maybe now do that at a bigger capacity now that you are more connected to more doctors in Kenya, especially the Muslim doctors, and also other career professionals?
Yeah, I think that would be something that is needed. There is actually a brother. I think he's definitely not a medic. I think he's a lawyer or something. I'm not quite sure. But I've met him once in a masjid. And this is someone we used to follow each other on Twitter. And then he did tell me that he does this mentoring programs. He goes to different schools, because you see, once most of these high schoolers are done with school, there's no they don't have a way forward. They're lacking insight or what to do, what is next for them. So some of them go into drugs, others start looking for jobs that do not I think they actually lack sense of direction, I would say. So what they do is they go from school to school, especially mornings, parade. They go, they mentor, they talk to kids there, they guide them. And I think it was a very good initiative. I did tell him to include me, of which I'm still going to follow up on that. It's been a while. He did tell me that he's going to include me in that initiative, but I think we've lost contact somehow.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, crazy, because the next question kind of brings us back to the same question I asked. It asks, how do you plan to give back to your community or contribute to the development of medical education in Kenya? Which is, Allahu Alam, it's exactly, it's like Allah is pushing you towards whatever you were saying before. But I think what would your answer be in regards to this question?
Definitely just the way I explained earlier. I think the more there's so much you can do as a human being. Yeah? There's so much you can do as a human being. You can, help out, go to different schools, give talks, and I think that is something I'm looking into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we go into personal growth and reflections. What personal growth or self-discovery have you experienced as a result of studying abroad in Ukraine?
Wow, okay. There's a lot.
Yeah, I want all of them. Just list for us a couple that you think would really help us and the people who are watching.
Okay, so one of the biggest personal growth that I've done, especially when you're taken to a country where your parents are not there, and so you're so used to being guided, having things done for you. Easy to point fingers, but when you go there, who are you pointing fingers at? Right? Yeah. So you become responsible of your actions, responsible of any decision that you make in any way that it will affect you. I did study with people who have come from, in terms of financially well-off families. So they, at times, they get their school fees. They end up, eating. Instead of paying for the school fees, they use the money in other ways and still play the victim. So I'm thinking, if this was me, if my dad with his hard-earned money sent me money and it's school fees, and it wasn't cheap. It was cheap compared to universities here.
Kenya,
yeah, because at the time I was paying per semester 1,750 USD. I saw in one of the comments someone asking, was it scholarship? No, it wasn't.
But are there scholarships?
I think they are. I think they were, but I'm not quite
sure about it. Okay.
But so when you can imagine when a parent sends you that money and you start misusing it, and then you still play the victim. So that was something that really shocked me. So in terms of that, I have done a really, personal growth. I used to make my own decisions. I'll sit down and think, okay, if I do A, B, C, D, this might not go my way. So there was, in my first year of school, So you see, the way I explained to you, we used to have this daily grading system. You go to class, you ask questions. If you answer correctly, very good, excellent, you get like 5. If you are average, you're somewhat good, you get 4. 3 is the least you can get. So 2, if you get 2, that means that topic you have not studied. So as much as these things will motivate you to study and everything, at the end of the day, whatever knowledge you come back with is what will count, right?
Yeah.
So I was in a group with people from different walks of life, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Indians, Azerbaijan, and all that. So there was at times people who would compete with you in terms of that marks. You see a professor give you good marks that he thinks you deserve, and they go to him and they do A, B, C, D. So one day I was really upset. At the time I was using Facebook.
We still use Facebook, but it's just that it's outdated. Okay,
It's outdated.
people who are in Facebook, please don't come for me. I'm just stating.
Yeah, the obvious.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw a post saying, if you don't like somewhere, move. You're not a tree, right? So I went straight that day. I went to the dean's office and I told him, I'm not comfortable where I'm at. I need to go to a different group. So I was taken to a different group with fully Indians. And that's where my Indian language comes in.
Okay. Now,
So we were 13 students. I was the only Kenyan
okay.
at the time.
Now, which brings me to my second question, which would be, sometimes when we come from, let's say, a bit strict families and we get to universities and we get that freedom, sometimes the freedom gets to our head and we end up doing a lot of nonsense, or rather, not a lot of nonsense, but things that we think all the combination of not having freedom all through our lives. We tend to now end up in a path that is not likely. What exactly in your journey, in regards to you studying medicine, motivated you not to end up in the peer pressure cycle of what normal university students, what university people think when it comes to university cliques?
Yeah. So I think I got lucky because where I went to study medicine was not a city. I would call it a village. So there was a lot of exposure to, all these things. And, when you grow up in Kenya, you study here, you go to high school here, you go to funkies, you get exposure, you see a lot of things. So these things are not new to you. As much as you come from a very strict family and upbringing and everything, you don't feel like you are missing out. Yeah. So I think the other thing that really helped was the fact that I was staying in a hostel where there was a mosque, and we had a really nice community in that mosque. So I was part of the community there. So it was, you can't be a hypocrite. Yeah. Clubbing at night and then coming to the mosque.
Shout out to the community. Now we get to the second question being, how has your experience in Ukraine shaped your perspective on life? What values and principles have you developed as a result?
So definitely one of the biggest values that I have developed there is being helpful. I was helped. Especially now that I mentioned in the other episode that I underwent surgery and I really had a good support system.
Yes.
Yeah. So being helpful. One thing that I've come to realize is there's an ayah that says, "Wallahu fi auni al-abd, ma kana al-abdu fi auni akhi." And whoever aids his brother, Allah will aid him as long as he aids his brother, right? So in my profession right now, I don't want to give too much details, but I do help out.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to friends, families, friends of friends, or anyone that needs, assistance, as long as it's medically related. I don't mean that I treat them. I don't do that. What I do is I direct them.
Okay. Mashallah, mashallah.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, which comes to our next question. What are your plans for the next chapter of your career? Because, once you finish your degree, everybody expects you to now specialize.
Yeah.
Now, what are your plans for the next step in your career?
That's now where the confusion comes in. It's not about knowing what you want to do. It's about, I think, more to do with family, and once you get a family, and it becomes very difficult to make hasty decisions and things of that sort. I have been working for the past 5 years. I got a very good exposure when it comes to medicine. I have worked in different departments. I've worked in obstetrics and gynecology, and this is not internship. This is after internship. I've worked in obstetrics and gynecology. I've done multiple C-sections. I have worked in ICU. I have worked in oncology. I've worked in hemato-oncology, where I was dealing with leukemia patients, and the radio-oncology, where I was seeing solid tumors. I am currently working in accident and emergency. I've worked in pediatrics as well. So where I'm thinking,
Which is your favorite?
So where I'm leaning towards mostly is pediatrics.
Okay.
I have no business with oncology, no business with obstetrics and gynecology, definitely.
Okay.
So I tend to think that I can
pediatrics.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you want to focus on another sector in your career except pediatrics? Would you want to? Would you ever think about, aside from pediatrics, do you ever see yourself going into another wing?
I think maybe psychiatry. Psychiatry intrigues me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why psychiatry? It's very rare to find someone say they want to specialize in psychiatry.
There's a lot of people that I know that would really want to specialize in psychiatry.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with, helping out, listening, to other people's problems, trying to sort them out, and the like. I think that would be my second option. But for now, it's definitely pediatrics.
Okay. And why pediatrics?
Oh, I love those babies.
Oh.
You see, the thing with children, they're not like adults. They don't fake diseases. They don't fake illnesses. So when a child comes to you, it's either they're vomiting or they're not vomiting. It's either they're having loose episodes, loose motions, or they're not having it. It's either they're having fever or not. An adult can come and just tell you things that are not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fantastic. Now, which brings me to my next question. What message would you like to share with our listeners about the importance of pursuing one's passion and interest, even if it means taking an unconventional path?
I think with that is, you just have to think, this is something that you will be doing for a long term. This is something that you will be doing for the rest of your life. So choose wisely. You don't want to do medicine because your parents told you to do it. It needs to come from you. As much as, yes, parents can help, can give you advice, which brings us now to where the lack of mentorship. But if you feel like you can't do it, there's no point of going that path.
What would you tell a parent who wants to send a child out to or abroad for further studies, but they keep thinking that it's too far away from family and the child will just get lost. What would your advice be?
I think it depends. It depends with the child and how they are. Every parent knows their kid. They usually have that instinct that if I send this child, he might end up missing out or doing things that are not there. I think what you can do, because at the time when I was going there, I was in my 20s, early 20s. You just let them go explore. If they are passionate about it, they will definitely do something about it, or become whatever they need to become. If it's engineering, they'll do great. If it's mathematician, become a very good mathematician.
Okay, which brings me now to the question of, now what if a student who is in Ukraine is listening to you and they might be losing hope? What would you tell them just so that they can continue on?
I don't know. At the moment, I don't think there are students who are there physically because of the war and everything. But what I would tell them is the grass is greener on this side. There is a few things that you will need to do which are doable. The good thing is at the time when I was in Ukraine, there were a few doctors ahead of us who have come back, have gotten into the system, and they are now specialists in different fields. So definitely the grass is greener. If you can if you are passionate about practicing medicine abroad, there's the PLAB pathway, which is the British exam. You can do the exams there. There's also USMLE, that will take you to US. There's AMC option as well. So there's plenty of options for a doctor who has studied in Kenya as well as Ukraine or anywhere else, so long as you're a medic.
So now when you say that, what are the requirements per se, or the normal requirements for all this, for someone to study medicine? For someone who's reading this and they really want to study but they don't know at all, or they don't have information, where could they get more information about all this studying abroad? Either Russia, Ukraine, UK, US. Where can they get this information from?
So there's plenty of resources on the internet. There is a few videos on YouTube that you can watch. At the time when I was working, when I was told about Ukraine and by that friend of mine, I went and I did some research. I did watch a few videos online. I did, as long as you want something, you can get to the bottom of it, especially with how technology is set nowadays. Yeah.
But now there are a lot of scammers who've grown now rampant with the ongoing economy. I can't blame it on economy really, but how exactly do people need to know, or how exactly do you think would be the appropriate means to spot a scammer? Because sometimes it even gets to the point where they get to the immigration on the other side and communication is cut, and these people are deported back to their country after paying all that amount of money. So what are the signs you think someone should look out for when they're doing this process?
Which is very unfortunate. There are a lot of scammers out there. For you to spot a scammer, it will be a bit difficult. What you can do is, I feel like there is always someone studying medicine somewhere, or studying engineering somewhere. It can be China, it can be Ukraine, it can be Russia, and everywhere. So you try and find someone that can help you with the admission process.
Okay.
Because I've had instances where there were students who send their documents to people who are contractors in Romania and all these other places, and then they are told you need to pay deposit this amount of money, and then once you pay your deposit, you
end up getting no calls and no text return.
Nothing at all.
Oh my.
So unfortunate.
Which is something, again, the listeners should, if you're thinking of learning abroad, these are some things you should look out for. But now, which brings me to my next question. Do you think that most of the scholarships, I've had this question asked a couple of times, most of the scholarships going for people who are abroad are bought more than earned?
So now that brings me to the place where I told you I am totally
zero on scholarships.
Yeah, 100%.
But on your opinion, because a lot of people online keep on saying, I don't think the scholarships really work nowadays because everybody's buying everything, even the visas are being bought, the student certificates are being bought. So what is the one thing you'd tell someone who honestly wants to earn
a scholarship? I think go through the right channels. There are always channels you go through to get your scholarship. I think once you go through the appropriate channels, it will be easier for you to get one.
Is there anything you'd like to add or share that we haven't covered in our conversation?
Is there anything? I think we have covered everything that was needed to be covered. The only thing is, as long as you want to do something, you can do it.
Okay.
You just have to put effort. You just have to do the work, and with time, you will get it.
And what advice would you give to your younger self just starting out this journey?
Oh, you're doing great. You are doing great. Continue what you're doing, and life will turn out very good.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
And how can our listeners stay in touch with you or follow your work as you grow and you move on with your career? How exactly can our listeners stay in touch with your works?
Okay, mostly with my social media accounts. I am not public like that. I don't really share things to do with studying abroad and stuff like that. But definitely they can get in touch with me through my LinkedIn profile. I think I'll give you, then you'll attach it. And also my Twitter. Those are two platforms where I can help out someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have had the conversation. As beautiful as it was, it has to end here, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or anything that you'd like to add for this conversation, please leave a comment. Share with your people who want to study abroad. And if you think there are things that we need to talk about studying abroad, and you have more questions specifically from this conversation, you know where to find us.
100%.
Our comment section.
Yeah.
Our comment section.
And
See you guys.
Bint Aisha mentioned she is an author. I think you can share some of your works. I did end up buying one of her books, which is
guys. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think you
I
can
keep forgetting. I'm a whole freaking author. You know what, guys? I'm gonna you guys can find me on my Instagram, but my book goes for 1,000 Kenyan shillings. It's called Divine Disorder. For all people who are fans of poetry, please step forward. Why haven't you bought the book? Now see me after this. Thank you and goodbye.